What do we stand for as a country? What does California believe in? What values and ideals are we willing to work for and make sacrifices for?
We're here to say and send an unambiguous, unqualified, unmistakable, and unshakable message to the people of California. The future is now. And Phil Angelides is the leader who can help us claim that future.
We're the frontier of the American dream. We're the place the rest of the world looks to for hope and inspiration. And over these next 10 days, we're going to go round the clock. We're going to stand up for the democratic values of fairness and opportunity and investment in the future. We are going to stand our ground, and come November 7th, the Democratic tidal wave that courses across this country is going to crest in California. We're going to beat Arnold Schwarzenegger, and we're going to get our state back.
Move through the night.
All of us, as did the nation, when he became the third African American since Reconstruction. The third since Reconstruction to be elected to the United States Senate, and is currently the only African American in the United States Senate.
And fired up. I had to take off my jacket. I was getting fired up. I was listening to Phil and listening to the mayor, and I was thinking, man, this is a wonderful crowd and a beautiful day. It's a good day to talk a little bit about politics. There was a famous march on Selma that was turned back on the Edmund Pettus Bridge. And Dr. King watched, because he wasn't able to participate in the march that day, as the billy clubs and the horses and the tear gas beat back marchers who were simply looking for basic humanity and decency, trying to win their freedoms. And they were turned back, and Dr. King gathered them up in a church 2 weeks later. And he said, let me tell you something, I know it's hard sometimes. I know it's easier to feel cynical. It's easier to feel hopeless. But the arc of the moral universe, it may be long, but it bends towards justice. The arc of the moral universe bends towards justice, but it doesn't bend on its own. It bends because each and every one of us put our hand on that arc, and we bend it in the direction of justice. And you've got a candidate in Phil Angelides who wants to bend it in the direction of justice. And you've got a Democratic Party here in California that wants to bend it in the direction of justice. But for them to do it, they've got to have you. You've got to put your hand on that arc. And you've got to hit the phone banks, and you've got to knock on doors, and you've got to grab your friends and make them go to the polls. And if you do that, I guarantee you we're going to have not just a better California, but we're going to have a better America. The belief in each other that has been the essence of the Democratic Party. That's what's made me a Democrat. That's what's made Phil and the mayor a Democrat. This notion, at least since FDR, that we're in it together and not on our own.